Roguelikes, the one genre where every death is just a fancy way of saying new beginnings. Today I'm going to be trying to make a roguelike, maybe with some upgrades and some random levels, but I hope to make it so you can have multiple different strategies. Please let me know how good that intro was. I was thinking about doing new strategies, but ended up just choosing that. One problem I did have in the recording process is it didn't record the audio correctly. I don't know what happened there, but it didn't record the audio. But here in the footage I have, I was just working on trying to make a physics-based, character controller. But I couldn't get that to work. There were so many bugs going on, so I just reverted back to the one that used the character control. The character controller. Was it? Yeah. There's like a pre-built thing in Unity that lets you move around and stuff, but you do have to assign all the scripts and movement. So that's what I was doing there. In this next clip, I am currently setting up an enemy. So all I'm gonna have it as a sphere, and then I'm putting a enemy script on that sphere. And later on, I'm going to make it automatically set its color based on a scriptable object. So like, I could have a color and damage in the scriptable object to see how much damage it does and what color the enemy is. I'll probably also put a name in it, but I haven't done that yet. So now I'm setting up the pillars for the map, and I forgot to do the nav mesh. I absolutely love the nav mesh that Unity has. I don't know why I haven't played with it before, but I absolutely love it, and now I'm trying to use it as much as possible. So here, I forgot the command or not the command, the syntax for the destination set, like where the agent has to go. And you see I'm having fun, and now it's chasing me around. So you can see I'm going around the pillars trying to get it to go through them, and it won't because nav mesh, Unity's nav mesh system already handles that. So now there's been a couple changes. First, I do have that scriptable object working now, so it will set the color of the ball based on the scriptable object. This is the default enemy at the moment. So it has a certain amount of speed. That speed is almost the same as the player, and the player has now a sprint button, so you could press shift to run faster, and it'll drain your sprint bar. And you cannot sprint when your sprint bar is 0. I haven't got enemy damage working yet, but I do like where this is going. And now I have the player health working. So if you get touched by the enemy, you will get hurt. Now, death is not implemented yet, and it's actually useful for debugging when I don't have to die and revive constantly. But dying is actually really hard in the current game, so it doesn't even matter. But I do have it working, and that is all good. Let you know on the next update. Now I'm going to show you how I do my scriptable objects. I have my default enemy scriptable object where the speed is 3.5 and the damage is 1. Here I'm going to duplicate the enemy, if I can find it. Why am I being so slow? Past me is slow. So duplicate that, yes. Then I'll also duplicate the default enemy scriptable object. I'm going, yep, rename. Please skip, yeah, okay. Me is slow, old. my old self is slow. I probably could do it just as slow now. Now I'm going to change the speed to 6, and the damage, I'm going to half the damage. And I'm going to create a new material, and I'm going to call that quick enemy material, or whatever I call it. I'm going to set that color to be yellow. Yes. And then assign it to the enemy. So I have to assign the Squid Blob to the enemy? Assign it? Okay. Why am I so slow? Why are you focusing on renaming it? No, you don't. There. Wrong one. There. Okay. Now we're gonna test, and it should just work. Sorry that it's taking so. Yeah. See, the yellow enemy, which is the quick one, is quicker than the red one, which is the default enemy. And I don't show it in this clip, but it does catch up. It will deal half damage. Hello, and I have an update to show you. I have guns working. So, the way this works, it just spawns a bunch of bullets, and you have a max amount of bullets to... Oh, oops. I fell. No! But you have a max amount of bullets, and when you run out, you will automatically reload with a set amount of reload time. This is going to be useful when I have the upgrades later. So now, oh, full screen it, dude. Oh, right. What did I do? Oh, I'm going to disable the enemy so I can show you. So play it now. Hello? Hold me. Why are you being so slow? Okay, here is all the stats. So we have shoot force, upward force. That's for like grenades stuff. Time between shoots, shooting. Spread, reload time, time between shots, mag size, bullets per tap, and allow button hold. Bullets per tap is how many bullets you fire per shot. So I'm going lower the time between shots and time between shooting. I don't really know. Oh, now I just figured out that's what I did. Oops. Well, if we play, it should be changed now. Loading. So yeah, now it is lower if I hold down the button. That's pretty much all I have right now. But I think it's pretty cool, and I'm actually pretty proud of the system I made. Oh, and I got one more thing to show you tomorrow. I want to show you how the bullet per tap works. It's basically like a shotgun, but I still find it really cool. So I'm trying to figure out why it's not like dispersing them all, but it's actually the time between shooting. And yeah, if I set that 0, it just fires all of them, and it's so cool. I love it. Bullets per tap is 1. Time between shooting, let me put that a very small value. Just basically ejects. Now it's just like a machine gun. It's just firing every bullet. It's not firing every bullet in one shot, it's firing the bullets in multiple shots. I'm gonna figure out in a second how it works. So if I set it to 128, there, it's like a machine gun. I found that so cool and so satisfying. You have so many bullets you can disperse into the world. So bullets per tap. Now I'm pressing the middle mouse button, or not middle mouse button, the left mouse button once, and it is firing all 128 shots at once. Well, not really at once, with a small delay between the shots, but pretty close. It's like a shotgun. But it's really customizable, and I really love it. I think I'm gonna make a few changes to it later, but it should be fine. That's about all for today, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Welcome to the next day. Also, this recording did not have any audio, so I will be doing a voiceover again. But I've added some post-processing and the bloom onto the bullets. And now, when are you gonna fire, dude? now. But there's the bloom. So I've added some bloom and glowy effects onto the bullet, so now the plasma bullet. I didn't do any other coding, only adding the effects onto it, and I will start by, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start by getting levels, because today I'm going to be trying to get infinite levels to it. I think I'm only going to do 3 levels, because it's only a proof of concept. I'm not making this into a full game. You will be able to play this at the end of the episode, but it's not going to be a full game. But it will work. But I do love the plasma bullets, and they just look cool. Actually, the first thing I added today was getting enemies their health. So I should be able to pew 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 at the enemies and kill them. Oh, I forgot to disable, I forgot to kill the sphere. I removed the enemy script so they just stop moving. I'm gonna fix it here in a second. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I have my spread too high, so it's gonna be very infuriating. But I'll change it on later. But I had it where it was destroying this, which is referencing the script, but I should be destroying this .aimObject, which is the actual enemy. And if it'll load, you see once I kill it, it will destroy itself. Why is it taking so long to load? I should have cut this out. Okay, there we go. Now, pew pew pew. Okay, yeah, you won't take damage if you're standing on top of the enemies. I'm still trying to fix that bug now, even after finishing recording all the clips, and I don't know how, but, well, I actually do know why. And that's because Unity, as far as I know, only has a enter collider and exit collider, but not like touching collider. So I'm using enter collider to take damage, and it's not detecting when I'm only standing on the collider. Now I'm going to be working on the scenes, I think. Now here I'm going to start by working on the room, one of the rooms. I have an idea where I can have like an overhang that only the enemies can go under, but you cannot. So it could come up with some pretty cool strategies where the enemies can sneak up behind you just because you can't go under there. You might not think they can. I kind of like it, but it might not be so great. And then I'm also adding spawn locations for the enemies. I either had the choice of picking spawn locations, like the empty objects, or having it be random and having a chance to spawn inside a wall, but I didn't want to handle the code for that, so I just put spawn locations. Here, I am trying to make a main menu. I'm going to skip ahead shortly, since it's not the most, pleasing to watch, not the most interesting. But I basically have a UI with start and exit, which I will be working on the code for later, where it picks a random scene, and it'll start the game there. Then when you defeat a wave of enemies, you will be teleported to another random scene with all your stats. So in a minute, I hope I have the idea of skipping ahead. There we go. I've made this menu scene with some bullets and the start and exit button. There's no options. I'm not doing options at the moment. But it's very simple. The bullet's not in the right place, but it's all because of the perspective of the camera and the 2 enemy types behind there. I think I'm going to add some more enemy types later when you play the itch game. but I won't be adding them in the actual recording. And now I have scene loading working. So now it will plop you into a random scene, and you cannot go under the little overhangs that the enemies can go under that I made. This is room 3, I'm pretty sure. And it'll just randomly select a level and drop you in it. This will be what I use later to switch between levels when you complete and select your card. When you complete a level and select your card, yeah. So currently, I just got all the enemies spawning to her. It's not entirely finished, I will edit it later. But right now it's just spawning some enemies randomly around the map, in the spawn locations I set earlier. But it is fine. I do like it, and I will fix it up later. I don't have much to say, except for the fact that it's a lot of enemies. The bullets aren't doing a lot of damage at the moment, and I fell off. Great. But the thing is, I forgot to set the enemies to a cap, so it just spawns infinite enemies. That I will fix in a moment. I fixed the spawning and I added some walls, but I think I'm just gonna skip to where it's done, the game's done, because there's so many like niche little bugs that were driving me crazy and would crank up the time of the video a lot. So I think I'm just gonna skip to the end, but there was some credits I have to give. One of my friends helped me, was like, let me look that up. It was Cupsel that helped me a little bit, along with Google, because wow, were these bugs so hard. One of the bugs was I was forgetting an event manager, but nothing was telling me I was forgetting it. The UI just wouldn't work. So I spent like an hour debugging that till I finally asked for help, because I don't really like asking for help, since I do want to do a lot of this myself. But I eventually did ask for help, and he knew the answer immediately. Almost immediately. And then I had to get persistent data working. He knew how to do that. It was something called Do Not Destroy on Load, which when the scene switches, why am I being so slow? When the scene switches, the character will stay between the scenes. So instead of having to make a new character between the scenes, I can just use the same character, and I don't have to do any kind of data loading. I'm gonna go ahead and skip then. See you in a little bit. Okay, here I should have it working, so if I kill all the enemies in the scene, a card selection should pop up in a moment. Oh, what's it about? So kill it. Oh, there's more. So I do like that. I'm gonna change some stuff around. I haven't finished the game yet. There are some few bugs I need to fix before publishing it to itch. I do love when you look up and see. There we go. So we have option 1, which is Cardio Master. And then option 2, which is another Cardio Master, and Machine Gun. So I'm gonna select Machine Gun, and then it'll fire faster, and you have more bullets. I see I have 48 bullets instead of 16. Wait, yeah, okay. But as I was saying before, there's some bugs I have to fix, and there's a few things. I only have 3 cards for the game that you see on screen now. Cardio Master, the Machine Gun, and the Bullet Boost. Bullet Boost only makes it where the bullets go faster. I'm going to make it where it does more damage here in a sec. But I like the game. It works. It's good. All I need to do is make the death condition work, and be able to exit the game. Let me know how you like this voiceover style. It wasn't on purpose, but I kinda had to do it because the audio didn't record. And also let me know how you like the intro, because that's another new style that I'm trying out. But, like and subscribe because it'll help me out. And see you in the next episode. Bye bye.